I felt there was something deeper that was missing, because I often felt quite overwhelmed, and I never felt that I was really kind of deeply connecting with myself in a trusting way. You know, there was just that kind of lack of confidence and solid trust in myself. So I'd been through a number of years of IVF on quite a challenging fertility journey. And I think even though my fertility journey had been some years before, I was still, and I felt like I'd healed and done so much work around it, but it was still following me. I thought I had solid boundaries, but then the more I became aware of how I was communicating boundaries within my body and inconsistencies in perhaps what I was sharing verbally and how that showed up in my body, meant that I could tweak that and strengthen it. I'd always kind of preempted asking things that I wanted from others, or apologise, or put my needs as secondary. But I found a place where I could ask without apology and with clarity and without doing all the chit chat around it, all the fillers, which feels amazingly powerful. Definitely more self-trust and resilience at a far deeper level than I've ever touched before, and it feels far more sustainable. I'm always still obviously working, growing, it's still always work in progress, but I feel my foundation is solid and bright. I feel a lot brighter. I don't have to hold back parts of myself for fear of judgment. The transformation feels really powerful, and it's amazing when people around me make references to that as well. So, you know, people have made comments like, oh gosh, you seem like, since the last time I saw you, something's changed. You seem bigger somehow. You know, I'm 5'1", so physically I'm not that tall, but people were seeing more of me. They were hearing more of me. Yeah, it felt safe to be seen. Even from those first early sessions, he was impacted by that ripple as well. So he said it was wonderful to see, you know, me not holding myself back anymore, that I could ask with confidence, that I could fully enjoy my life without having to please or put others first all the time. And that moved our relationship to a much deeper level of trust. Yeah, he could communicate his needs as much as I could as well. We just took it to a new level of understanding. The things that we've talked about, or actually not talked about, because usually I would be chat, and instead we've just found amazing other ways to connect without, you know, all the talking. We actually met dancing rather than sharing words. So there was something really special about returning to that place where we first connected without words, when we didn't have all the busyness and challenges of life. It was just like two people meeting, and it was like we found that place again, which was so special. Absolutely do it. And yes, there may be a discomfort in making that step, but the power across, I can see the impact of this work across a whole lifetime for me ahead. I've accessed personal therapy like several times throughout the last 15 years, but nothing has been as powerful as this. And just so the message that I have for people is to trust, to maybe try something that is different, and the power of not speaking, like a talk therapy, to really get in touch with their own bodies is amazing. I feel so much joy. I was sad at the end of our work, you know, I wanted to keep going, but actually it is still going. It's still, I can see how it's all being consolidated, and every day, and things will show up that remind me of that previous way that I might have responded, and I'm noticing in the moment that I'm responding in my now response, which is what I choose to step into that power and to be seen. And the joy of just connecting with my body on a daily basis, because I know in the past for a long time I disconnected from those parts because it just didn't feel safe. So to be fully present in my body, and I actually dance every day now, which is amazing. Kind of facing any challenges that come up day to day as well. My go-to now is to get in my body rather than in a headspace. So I'll be practicing movement, and I'll be just connecting with what my body actually needs right now, and trusting myself, not what others want from me. And yeah, when I'm trying new things or stepping out of that comfort zone, that I have really go-to tools that have just naturally become part of my day-to-day now. Thank you so much. It's life-changing. And I'm so pleased that I said yes.